Guys, welcome to my channel. This is Veena Krishnan. So in this video, I'll be explaining my journey and experience of getting a postgraduate work permit from outside Canada, and I actually applied from India. I am saying this as a journey just because it was indeed a journey, because I just got applied for postgraduate work permit from India. I just got my work visa, like the postgraduate work visa for 3 years from Warsaw, Poland, and then I just flew back to India and I got my dependent visa for my daughter from there, and then we myself and my daughter traveled together to India along with my parents. So I'll just explain how I got it done. Like it took really a long time indeed, but so I will really explain like how difficult it was and how confusing it was, and how easier it might be if you got some support. So let's start. So for applying for a postgraduate work permit, you need like a degree, so the Canadian degree from a designated learning institute, or like a degree completion letter, which in probably that you will receive from the university. You can just email them asking for this just to apply for the postgraduate work permit. So actually I just applied for my postgraduate work permit while I was in India, because I traveled back to India in 2020 for my marriage. So it was in the mid of COVID, so you all know. So I traveled back to India. So and my student visa was expiring on December. So I cannot travel back immediately to Canada. So I just thought of applying it from India. So actually I applied through an agent. So they just took care of everything. This was just because I didn't have time in midst of my marriage, and that everything, it was like really hard for me to apply it myself on IRCC website. So if you are confident enough, and if you have time, please do it yourself. Everything regarding the postgraduate work permit and applying for the work permit is explained in detail in IRCC website. And if you are a university student, so there are students union or international student service centers which can help you with this. So always take help and don't go for agents. It's like expensive. I had to pay like $500 for that, so it's expensive. I just took an agent just because of my my difficulties in applying from India, because I didn't have much time. And also I was busy, I didn't have time in my hand indeed. So that's why I did that. And my agent asked me the degree completion letter, the student visa, student permit, and everything. And then they applied on like before December 2020, before my student visa really expired. Then waiting started. So it's like they actually mentioned like in regular time it will take only like 4 to 5 months if you are applying from outside Canada, but if you are applying from inside Canada it will take like only 2 or 3 months. But due to COVID, I didn't get my postgraduate work permit. So when I say postgraduate work permit, you have to clearly keep this in mind, because when you are applying from inside Canada, it will be the postgraduate work permit as such, the paper you will receive first, and then you have to stamp the visa. So it will be the reverse when you just apply from outside Canada. You will get like a work visa first for this 3 years, and then upon arrival in the immigration, you will get the postgraduate work permit, that the paper. So this is exactly the same as how you applied for a student visa and then you got the student permit. Then you just came inside Canada. So this is actually exactly the same as that. You will receive a work visa, but the duration will be like 3 years, and it's like an open work permit. So then you will, when you land in Canada, you will get this permit. So that's it. So that's actually postgraduate work permit is for 3 years, and depending upon like your course which you have taken, and that depends upon how many years you will be eligible for the postgraduate work permit. So then I had to wait. So that's what I was telling. So I actually was waiting, and then because my husband was in Poland, I just traveled to Poland on a dependent visa there, and I was staying there, and I got pregnant, and I just delivered the baby there and everything, and it took me like 54 weeks to get this approval of the passport submission request. So because I was in Warsaw, Poland, I wasn't able to travel with my baby immediately to India to collect this. To collect this work visa. So what I did, I just said, asked my agent to, is there any way to submit my passport here in Warsaw, like the Warsaw city? So that was also easy. You have to submit a web form to the IRCC stating the reason why we are collecting the visa, not in India but in Warsaw. Then they actually said yes, because of considering the situation and considering everything else, because it was COVID, and also I was pregnant, and I had like a small baby. So actually they do really consider these factors, and so they just said you can get the work visa stamped on the passport from Warsaw. So I got my work visa stamped in the passport from Warsaw. Because it was COVID, I had to courier it to the sender, and then I got it back like in few days, like five or 6 days. It took me that time. But the visa says that this visa was approved in New Delhi. So that was in India. So it's actually like maybe I don't know what exact process did it go through, but it is possible, considering there might be difficult challenges everywhere around the world, but it's a matter of asking someone who knows well about this, and then moving forward with that. So every situation there is solution. So that's what I learned from this. And then we just traveled back to India, and then again another challenge came in. So my husband wasn't planning to come with me, so I just had to apply for my dependent visa for my baby alone. So alone in the sense I want visa only for my baby. So the first agent said, like I approached different agents. First agent said that because you cannot apply for dependent visa only for your daughter, you have to apply with your husband. Then the other person said like no, you have to come to Canada, then you have to apply for your dependent visa for your baby, otherwise it will get rejected and all. Because I don't want to leave my baby there, I just didn't listen. Then the third person I just approached was, they said like, yeah, we can do it, but the cost was really high. I didn't go for that. So finally I was planning to apply myself. I just got into IRCC, so all the details. So they just needed everything. Then the proof of address, they need like someone who is here. They have to approve that. So that's what the challenge was, because if I was here in Canada, I could have given my address as proof of address, but for my baby, because I wasn't currently in Canada, I had to seek help from my friends who were here, and I'm thankful that I had some great friends. So they just actually gave their ID and proof of address to submit for her. So, and also I additionally gave a supporting document saying that she is only 10 months old and I cannot travel alone to Canada without her. So she is completely dependent upon me. So I have to take her along with me. So the situation is a little bit different. So I just wrote an SOP and then submitted this along with the other documents attached. So that's what I did, and actually for this I seeked help from an agent I am from my hometown. Actually, I am from Palakkad, a small town in Kerala state of India. So they only charged me 200 rupees, which is like equivalent to 95 $80 here, Canadian dollars. So that's it. That's the cost I had to pay for them. So actually they told me like they are new to this, so we actually don't know. So then I told them like we can work together, because with the baby I was really it was really difficult for me to get collect all these documents and then keep in track with every application process and all. So I actually wanted someone to help me in this, so they actually assisted me and we were in this process together. So the name of the travel was Jet Travel. So I really like the travels. They just they're affordable and really good. So I would recommend, if you are from Kerala or Palakkad, just go to Jet Travels for any visa processing. So they are really affordable and they have an excellent service. So they are on our call 24/7. So they really did a great job. So that's it. So that's how I got my postgraduate work permit, and also how I got my dependent visa for my daughter, which is for the entire duration of my work visa. She got the exact date. So I have my work visa for until 2025. So she got the visitors. She's actually not the visa is not a dependent visa. It's actually a visitor visa with 2025. Like the date of expiry is 2025. That's fine. So that's it. So this is all about my journey of getting my postgraduate work permit and the dependent visa for my baby. And about my parents, in short, I would say like I actually applied for a visitor's visa for them. So for both of my parents, like visitor's visa. So actually my father had some history of traveling, so it wasn't really hard for getting a visitor's visa. So it was like a general visitor's visa, but actually we all four traveled together and we didn't have any problem. And also one more thing I just realized is that like you might be asked like several times, like if we get your postgraduate work permit, after how many months we can travel to Canada. So it was my question all along, because I just didn't want to come to Canada without any job. So I was searching for a job from India, and I landed up for a good job here. Then I just moved to Canada along with my baby, because I was traveling here with my baby. I just didn't want to come and search for a job. So I just searched for a job there in India, and I came here with the job. So actually I got my postgraduate work visa on February 2022. So actually I came here in November. So it's like took me like around February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So 9 months. So I took like around 9 months to come to Canada. So they didn't ask like the reason why you were why you didn't come immediately. The immigration officers didn't ask me that question. So I was planning I was thinking that they'll ask this question. I was planning in my mind like what to answer for that, but they didn't ask anything. So it's like until your work visa 2025, I think it's okay for you to come to Canada. And the only thing you have to remember is that to update your medical information. So my medical was going to expire on November 2020, on November 15th or so. So I just did my medical. That's when I came across like certain weird things, because I applied for my daughter's visa, and I got it like maybe like in 2 weeks after applying, like 2 to 3 weeks. So I just got it in 3 weeks, and I didn't do any medical for my daughter. But when I just did my medical in Fortis Hospital, Bangalore. So when I just went to the Fortis Hospital, I was really confused. My daughter didn't had any medical, but she already had the visa, and the status says if she requires a medical, then they will inform us. So there were like 3 months old baby standing there to get the medical for Canada visa, and I'm not sure whether they actually need it or not. Actually, then I just went and asked like why you're taking medical for 3 months old. Then they said yes. So that's what the company said. So I don't know if your baby is too small, just go to the IRCC website and then just look for the details. They never ask for medical for young babies. So please be sure. It's okay to be on a safer side to say take the medical of the baby, but it's actually very hard to get the medical done for the baby. So I don't know why is it necessary. So yeah, please do check on IRCC, or you can even submit web forms or send emails to them asking whether you really require it or not. So please do that, because you can just cut short all the difficult part of taking baby to for a medical examination. At the end of the day, this is all business. So I don't know whether it's business or not, but I don't want to get into that. But please do keep in mind, when even if you're applying through an agent or any person, so it's all about you. So you have to check it yourself whether you need to do it or not. So please do keep that in mind. And I think this is like a long video, and this is my journey of getting all these done like this. So it took me like almost 2 years to come to Canada after my studies. So I'm back again in Canada. Hope I'll post some good videos for you guys, informative videos, those who are coming to Canada and those who are planning to come to Canada, and all the vets out there in India. So thank you so much, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please like and comment and share. See you. Bye.